Oh, hey, Sam. What's going on? Have you heard about what's been going on in Texas with this abortion and everything? No, I haven't heard anything. Well, literally, let me tell you, it's been getting crazy. So it all starts back in 1970 by a woman of the name Jane Roe, which actually isn't her real name, but a fake name because they wanted to protect her identity. Well, she filed a lawsuit against Henry Wade, which was a district attorney in Dallas County, where she actually lived. Yeah, just wait till you hear the rest. So basically, she filed this lawsuit because she was challenging the Texas lawmaking of abortions being illegal by the exception of a doctor's orders to save a woman's life. So in her lawsuit, she claimed that it was very unconstitutional and vague, and that it was a bridge of her right of personal privacy and protected by the First and Fourth and Fifth and Ninth and 14th Amendment. So basically, she was suing them because they wanted to make abortions illegal, and it would honestly just not be fair to a woman's right, and all these amendments covered her for that. Yeah, so that's what happened. So basically, the end result of this case, which, mind you, this is in 1970. So basically, she stated that she wanted to challenge it because it just wasn't fair. Yeah, so what was the result of it? So the result of this was actually that they did find it unconstitutional, and so they didn't make it illegal. So that would put them in protection, but then it would come back up actually this year. Yeah, so it got brought up recently. How did you learn all about this? How did you get all this information? Well, actually, I did some research online and I found it on oyez.org, and that's where I got this background story from. I was learning and reading all about it because I wanted to know more information about it. Oh, okay. So why is it getting brought up now? Well, now they're claiming that it is constitutional and that an abortion should be illegal. So recently, the U.S. Supreme Court on a Friday actually overturned its Roe v. Wade decision and revised almost 50 years of federal constitutional protection for abortions, and allowing the state legislatures to set a distinctive limits on the procedure. Yeah. So those 50 years were the only time women were able to get an abortion. Yeah, so actually now it's pretty much illegal to get an abortion. And what's crazy is it's not in all states. So actually, certain states do have it to be illegal, and Texas just happens to be one of them. And Texas is actually a really big part in this abortion case. Really? I did not know. Yeah, so actually Texas, I was reading about this on statesman.com, and they were claiming that Texas is actually, this is a triggering law for them because there are many women in Texas who may not be able financially or physically or emotionally able to have a child, or can want a child and be able to keep them as much as they want, but they want to give them a better life. And maybe the alternative is foster care. But the thing is, also with foster care, is that there's already so many children in the system that it's going to get over flooded and can potentially just hurt the child more in the long run. What? Yeah, so basically what you're trying to say is that they're making it illegal, but they don't have any more space for these kids. Yeah. And what sucks about that is many women actually cannot have children, and they may have conditions, but these conditions don't fall under this certain way that the new law puts it as from a doctor. So from a doctor's perspective, they're okay enough to have a kid, but may leave them damaged like maybe physically or emotionally or mentally, but according to the law, that they're still able to have this kid and abortion is wrong. Wow, so this can potentially hurt a woman and they won't find anything wrong with that? Yeah. So now it just leaves a question up to, what does this mean for women now in Texas? What does this mean for being able for a woman to have a right to her own body? Because the Supreme Court is mainly filled with men, and with this, they don't have any say in their own body, which still conflicts with the amendments. So you're telling me that women really got their rights taken away to their own body and now have to suffer? Yeah, so really it does conflict, and it really, now this is just a big issue, not only for women, but for Texas, because Texas made this illegal, and there are many states that can make this legal or illegal, and Texas chose to make this illegal. And with Texas being so big, this now causes many conflictions for women and the future of women and the future of these children and foster care, and now just creates a whole new set of problems for these kids in the future, and many for that, for a woman's health in the future. Wow, I really didn't know any of this. Thank you for letting me know.